What's going on YouTube? This is BrainNerd225. I know it's late, but I thought I'd post my newest deck profile. Now, this deck profile involves using Goukis. I think Gouki is a really fun link deck. It's very fast, very consistent. Now, I can't play the Brilliant Fusion engine using the plants because I'm poor, but there are other cards and other decks you can use that are very, very cheap to play to make this deck very fast, where you can mill cards. This deck involves a little bit of milling, and I'll get to that in a bit. And you're probably wondering, why do you have Spell Shattering Arrow? Well, this is my side deck, and I'll explain to you why I use Spell Shattering Arrow when I get to that. So let's get started. Oh, and thanks to Ultra Pro, I own this beautiful My Little Pony Villains playmat. Chrysalis, Nightmare Moon, Discord, and King Sombra. You know, Discord, the guy that does voice acting for Discord, is also an actor in Star Trek. In the old TV series, I think. So let's get started with the deck profile. So first off, we do 1, 2, 3 Gouki Suprex. You want to run 3, you gotta run it 3. Oh, by the way, I running a couple proxies in the deck until I could get what I need, because, you know, my friend is coming by Wednesday or Thursday to do some trading with me because he has the rest of the cards I need. So you'll end up seeing a couple proxies. But I do have 3 Suprex. You want to run 3. When you normal summon him, you could do an additional normal summon of a Gouki monster, like obviously Gouki with Scorpio here. Sorry if I'm shaking. The phone is being a bit wonky. So yeah, you can almost summon an additional with Scorpio or an additional Twist Cobra. Then you go into a Mrs. Radiant, then you play their spell, which I will get to later. But next, you want to play 3 with Scorpio. He's a level 5, 2300 point beater. And, you know, when you normal summon Suprex, then I would special summon him, or Twist Cobra. And then I go into Mrs. Radiant, or Gouki the Great Ogre, and I'll explain to you why, how I'm able to go into him sometimes turn 1 if I get the correct hand. So, 3 Gouki with Scorpio. And next, 3 Gouki Twist Cobra. Now, like I said, I'm doing proxies. But you know, my test hands turn out to be really good sometimes with my Gouki deck. I made it very consistent and very fast. Now, Gouki Twist Cobra, he's your attack booster. Because, you know, you could tribute any Gouki monster you have on the field and transfer that Gouki's attack to the attack of the other Gouki monster you targeted. So basically, say if I had Gouki the Great Ogre out in the field and my opponent had Masterpiece, but I had Gouki Twist Cobra, Gouki with Scorpio, and Suprex on the field, and I have Gouki the Great Ogre pointing to all of them, I would tribute with Scorpio to activate the effect of Cobra, transfer his 2300 points to Gouki the Great Ogre, making him a 4900 point beater. Now, with Gouki the Great Ogre's effect, where his effect states that all monsters on the field lose attack equal to their defense. But, you know, if with Drew Draco, if they tribute a monster to summon Masterpiece, then yeah, Gouki the Greater's effect won't work. But, you know, he would become a 4900 point beater, and Masterpiece wouldn't be able to get over that. Unless if someone discards Honest, then that would be really, really bad. But, you know, I don't see people playing Honest and True Draco, and I don't expect them to, because the only light attribute monster is Masterpiece. Next up, my mill cards. One of my first mill cards, I run 3 Card Trooper. Now, reason why I play Card Trooper is because you mill the top 3, so you get a Gouki monster in the grave, that's fine. But if you have a Gouki rematch, which I will get to that very soon, because I'm almost done with the monsters. When you mill the 3 cards, it becomes a 1900 point beater. Sometimes you get over certain monsters, but sometimes I feel like rushing him in, crashing him, and then getting a +1 to draw a card. But you know, he is also an Earth attribute monster, so I can also use him to go into Mrs. Radiant if I want to. Or another Link monster, like Proxy Dragon. Next I run 1 Goblinberg, 1 Marauding Captain, and 1 Glow Up Bulb. Now, Glow Up Bulb is for the milling, because also it's an Earth, so it can help me go into Mrs. Radiant or Deco Talker, or any other generic Link monster that I have. And, you know, Marauding Captain or Goblinberg are here to help me unclog my hand to get additional monsters out on the board. So let's see if I summon Marauding Captain, if I summon Gouki Twist Cobra, instantly go into MX Saber Invoker, which I do not have. But if you do have MX Saber Invoker, I highly recommend you run it in the Gouki deck. But you know, if you don't have it, but still, you could still get a Gouki monster out on the board if you summon Marauding Captain or Goblinberg. You could just still do a lot of crazy plays. I could still do crazy plays without MX Saber Invoker. Next, you're gonna think this is strange for my run, but my last 2 monsters, 1 Link Slayer and 1 Dot Scapper. Now with Card Trooper, if I mill Dot Scapper, I can easily bring him back. I could go into Mrs. Radiant. It's still crazy. And for Link Slayer, he's here because when I have him in my hand and a Gouki Suprex and another Gouki monster, I can easily go into Gouki the Great Ogre turn 1, play Gouki rematch, which I'm about to get to. And I'll explain to you that play I do. Next up, you run 3 Gouki rematch. Now, Gouki rematch is like your Monster Reborn deck. You target 2 Gouki monsters and you give a different level, special summon them in defense position. You can only activate 1 Gouki rematch per turn. Now, say if I had, like I said, 1 Link Slayer, 1 Gouki Suprex, and another Gouki monster in my hand, I can easily go into Gouki the Great Ogre turn 1. But if I don't, that's okay. I would still go into Mrs. Radiant if I didn't have Link Slayer. I could still do some Link plays. But still, summon Link Slayer, special summon Link Slayer, normal summon Gouki Suprex, special summon Gouki Monster, go into Gouki the Great Ogre, play Gouki Rematch, bring back the 2 Gouki monsters, and save them to protect Gouki the Great Ogre, or go into Proxy Dragon, which is something that I do occasionally. Next, play 1 Monster Reborn. Thank God it's off the ban list. I'm happy it's off the ban list because this is essentially another special summon, which can help you go into more Link plays. You can steal your opponent's monsters or use your own monsters. Normally, I like to steal my opponent's monster to piss them off. Next, this is a recursion card. 2 of Warrior Returning Alive. Now, all of my Gouki monsters are Warrior-type monsters, and it doesn't say it for a required level. It says target 1 Warrior-type monster in the graveyard, add that target to your hand. And this is a different printing with different words. But still, it's like, still the same card with different word printings, but I could still use the card at tournaments. And for the next card, I run 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. At 2 secret rare, 1 common. I treated a common to get the common because, you know, I pulled 2 secret rare out of the 2017 Megaton. Thank God I did, but I waited for Cyber's Link to come out because it came with Cosmic Cyclone and Dimensional Barrier. Thank God, because I couldn't afford it at the time. Cosmic Cyclone is used to get rid of so many problematic back row. Could get rid of so many cards in True Draco, banish the Donic Diagram, or banish Dad Trap so they can't tribute it or use its effect when it goes to the grave to pop a card. But, you know, if they tried to pop Gouki the Great Ogre, it still wouldn't matter, because, you know, I could easily protect it by destroying a Gouki monster by destroying a monster the card is pointed to, or I use Proxy Dragon. Next, I run 2 Allied Forces. Now, this is my main attack booster of the deck, besides using Gouki Twist Cobra, because it says all warrior-type monsters you control gain 200 attack for each warrior or spellcaster-type monster I control. I don't run spellcasters. But with Gouki monsters, they gain an extra 200 attack, which can make them very problematic monsters for my opponent to deal with if I had that on the field. Next, I run 2 Enemy Controller. Now, Enemy Controller is one of my main cards to use because I forgot to explain. I'll explain this real quick. When a Gouki monster is sent from the field to the graveyard, like any Gouki monster, like Twist Cobra or Suprex or Scorpio, you get to search for any Gouki monster you want. So say if you sent from the grave due to a link summon, or sent them with enemy controller, or did it for a someone destroying with a monster effect, you could search for any Gouki card, like search for a Scorpio Suprex, a Cobra, or Gouki rematch. It's a very good card to use to take control of a monster and to switch a monster to defense position. Next, my last one out of spells. I want 1 Raigeki and 1 Reasoning. Reasoning is still a very, very broken card. I'm surprised it's been able to stay at 1 and stay off the ban list for so long. I swear, I mean, like, if they end up banning Reasoning, I will have to switch to a different card. I'll probably switch it out for Dark Hole. By the way, Raigeki could get rid of so many link boards. Say if someone played World Chalice deck and I was going second, and I would have Raigeki in my hand, just play Raigeki, ruin their board, play Reasoning, keep on going on and on and on with so many combos that I can do with my Gouki deck. Next, for the traps, I run Solemn Brigade, 2 Solemn Strike, and 1 Solemn Judgment. I don't run Solemn Warning because I don't want it to be too cloggy. Sure, Solemn Warning might be good to add in the deck as well, but I just think this small Solemn Brigade is enough. 2 Solemn Strike to game monster effect. Solemn Judgment could basically negate anything. This is another card that came off the ban list. I'm happy it came off the ban list because this makes people who play Counter Fairies happy, but it makes me happy because Solemn Judgment is good in any deck. Next, I won 1 Torrential Tribute. Now, this is another good card to get rid of cards on the board. I only won 1 because, I don't want to run too many Torrential Tribute. I might add another one to make it a 41 carded deck. But, I just think 1 is the best ratio, because if I had that in my hand with Gouki the Great Ogre and multiple monsters that he is pointing to, I just, when someone would summon a monster, I activate Torrential Tribute, blow up all monsters, but activate defected Gouki the Great Ogre to keep from being destroyed, and he would be the only monster on the field. Next, I run 2 Story Mirror Force to bounce my opponent's monsters back to their hand, but this is also another good interruption card for linked decks. I just like to run it. I got this out of the Cyber Link deck. Next, I run my last 2 trap cards, 2 Waboku. I think Waboku is still a good card to protect your monsters from being destroyed. Plus, Gouki monsters have 0 defense, and when you play it to bring it back, you're gonna need some kind of defensive card like Story Mirror Force or Waboku face down, or to keep them from being destroyed. Plus, it saves Solemn Bride, Blue Eyes Gas Max. Waboku is so good to keep you from taking any battle damage, because since they have 0 defense, you take double damage with Gas Max, attack, game over, I'm wiped out. It's very bad. That's why I play Waboku. And most games, it always comes up. Next, for my extra deck, I run 1 Gouki Thunder Ogre, 1 copy of Deco Talker, because, these are from I got them out of Star Pack Veins. I have multiple copies of Deco Talker. People are saying Star Pack Veins is bad, but I like Starfoil cards, so I like to collect them. I also won 1 Gouki, the Great Ogre. My friend is going to trade me another one, so I'm going to run 2 in the deck, but I recommend that you run 2, but for right now I have 1. Next, I run 2 Proxy Dragon. I plan to run a 3rd, but for right now I have 2. If you want to play 2, if you think 2 is the best ratio for you, that's fine, but I'm planning to run 3, because it's the best ratio for me. Next, a really good card to use in this Link deck, Firewall Dragon, because if my hand is really good, I could get this Firewall Dragon co-linked with Gouki the Great Ogre and summon 2 Proxy Dragons to co-linked with 3 monsters. Then I can use this effect, put 3 Gouki monsters from my graveyard back into my hand. Which is crazy, which is what the combo I like to go with. And last, I only run 1 Mrs. Radiant, because, I only have 1. I just only prefer to 1 because I think it's the best ratio for me. So that's my extra deck. Do whatever floats your boat for you. I just mainly want to go with links. And next, for my side deck, 2 Spell Shattering Arrow. They're a bit old and a bit beat up, but they're still in a little bit of good condition. Now, these cards are mainly for decks that use a lot of spell cards. face up spell cards. And when I go against the True Draco matchup, if they have True Draco Heritage, Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, if they have so many continuous spells on the field and Draconic Diagram, this spell card is so good against that because it destroys them all, and my opponent takes 500 damage for each. So say if my opponent had 4 continuous spells on the field and Draconic Diagram, that's 5, 10, 50, 20, 2,500 points of damage dealt easily. So that's my side deck. Not all. That's not it yet. There's more. Next, I run 3 clear Karibo in my side deck. I use this for Trickstar matchups because, you know, when they deal effect damage, because when they do the Licorice and Trickstar Reincarnation combo, I discard clear Karibo, and all the effect damage I take becomes 0 for that turn. So that means that their light stage or their, you know, when I negate the effect of Licorice, the effect of Light Stage won't be able to go off. So basically, Light Stage and Licorice can't do crap. Sure, they banished the 10 cards from my deck with the effect of Reincarnation, but I still won't take any battle damage. I mean, effect damage. Sorry, effect damage. Next, attack negation cards. 2 Magic Cylinder. I run Magic Cylinder in my side deck because it is a very good attack negation card. If they can't negate this, then your opponent's taking a huge amount of damage depending on attack points of a monster. Now, Chaos Max is immune, but if Masterpiece was tributed by using a spell and a monster and not using a trap, then Magic Cylinder is a very good trap to use against Masterpiece to make your opponent take burn damage. And I like to run that just in case, if it came to that. Oh, in case you're wondering what happened, I hurt my finger. It's really bad. It's really bad infection. But, you know, it's healing. It's getting better. It's been a few weeks now. Next, for my last cards in my side deck, it's a bit small. But I run 1, 2, 3-dimensional barrier. I have 2 of the common from Cyber's Link, and 1 secret rare, which I pulled out of the 2017 Megaton, which was very, very lucky for me. I didn't expect for that to happen. So yeah, I had to, in case you're wondering about these cards, I pulled them out of a Code of the Duet special edition box today. So just ignore those. But yeah, that is my Gouki Link deck, and I love Goukis. I think they're a very fast and consistent deck. Maybe one day when I have a good job, I'll buy the Paretta plant down into a Cobra and Orphis Scorpio, play the Brilliant Fusion Engine, and also buy Gem Knight, Garnet. And, you know, with that, because, you know, Gem Knight Garnet, if I don't have Brilliant Fusion in my hand, he can easily be used to go into Link Spider. Oh my god. Which I could possibly choose to run one day, but, you know, I think I like this. This is a very fun and casual deck, meant to go to locals, not to a national event. Well, unless if you have cards like Ash Blossom in your deck, which you could run in Goukis if you want to. You could run Ash Blossom and Drone Lock to help negate so many cards. If I had Ash Blossom or Drone Lock, I would take this to a national event if I wanted to, because I think that this deck is good. But, you know, let me know down in the comments below if you want to, letting me know if you think I should change anything. I like to hear your guys' opinions. And make sure to smash that like button. And don't forget to Raigeki that notification bell. Because, you know, if you don't Raigeki notification bell, you won't get notified when I update videos. I know I haven't done in a while, but I plan to do more in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed my deck profile. And this is Brony Nerd 225 signing out.